have been immortalized on screen, but who gave the most memorable performance? Here's a list of 4 black icons and the actors who nailed their performances. Malcolm X remains one of the most influential and controversial figures in African American history, so it's not surprising that he's been featured in a slew of films and biopics. He's been played by a number of mega-talented actors since the 1970s, including James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Mario Van Peebles, but nobody does Malcolm quite like Denzel.
In 1992, Spike Lee made history with his biopic simply titled Malcolm X. Denzel was nominated for an Academy Award for his performance, and with good reason. Critics almost universally praised his turn as a legendary black activist, and the role solidified Denzel as one of Hollywood's greatest actors then and now.
He changed the world with his work to end racial oppression and was the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize back in 1964. Martin Luther King Jr. is one of the most celebrated visionaries the world has ever known, and in light of that, he's been portrayed in multiple films and TV shows over the years. But the actor who reimagined the icon and truly embodied the spirit and physicality of MLK is David Oyelowo. His turn in Ava DuVernay's 2014 Selma won him critical acclaim and a Golden Globe nomination. Famously, though, the film got almost entirely shut out of that year's Oscar race, spurring the hashtag movement, Oscars So White.
Anti-apartheid leader, political figure, and former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela is one of the world's most recognizable black leaders, a man who received more than 250 awards and honors throughout his life, including the Nobel Peace Prize. Morgan Freeman's turn as Mandela in the 2009 film Invictus is often referred to as the best version of Mandela to grace the screen, but Idris also gave an incendiary performance in Long Walk to Freedom, so we think it's a tie.
Champion boxer and all-around legend Muhammad Ali wasn't only a sports hero, he was a beacon of the civil rights movement, who proudly embraces black identity both inside and outside of the ring.
Not to be confused with the documentary about Ali called The Greatest, there was also a narrative feature called The Greatest that came out in 1977 starring Muhammad Ali as himself.
Although Ali playing himself sounds hard to beat, we think Will Smith did a pretty excellent job in one of Michael Mann's best films, Ali. The biopic covers the eventual 10 years of Ali's life, in which he took the heavyweight title from Sonny Liston in 1964 through to his famous Rumble in the Jungle in 1974 with George Foreman. Will Smith was nominated for an Oscar for his brilliant turn as Ali, and the film remains one of the most influential boxing movies ever made.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention recent films like Hidden Figures or The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks as wonderful representations of important black female historical figures.
But the fact is, women of color are still grossly underrepresented in the mainstream theatrical space. Let's hope that changes soon. For Hit Fix on Up Rocks, she's Mary Jetikin.
And he's Yusuf Roach.